Good evening, it's the 19th of April 2026 and I'm down here on a nice low spring tide down at Hastings Pier on the left hand side. I've chosen to come here today because I feel like it may be a good spot for me to fish tonight, primarily targeting bass, but it'd be nice to get a thornback ray or something else even, maybe some flatties, but that's what I'm going to be doing anyway. So I'm about 25 minutes early, which is exactly the way I want it to be, so I can get myself set up and relax and get everything right. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using a combination of bluey, squid with bigger hooks. Then I'm going to be using Portsmouth rigs, like I normally do with some of my other videos that you'll see, where I kind of start with maybe 2 O's, 1 O's, something quite small for the lugworm. Now, talking about the lugworm's about 2.5 days old and it's wrapped, it's ready to go, and I got that from Winchelsea a couple of days ago, so that's pretty good. That should be okay. So yeah, so I've got a bit of bluey, I've got squid, I've got sand eel, and I've got lug. So with that combination I should be okay. So that's set up a couple of my rigs now. And we'll see what we've got here. I'm going to be putting a pulley pen out and 33-inch Nud 2.0 on 2.0 Nordic bends. So don't want to go too big. That should be okay to start with, and we'll see what we get from that. You know, 2.0, you can catch a decent sized bass with that, but we'll go up as and when we need. Now, you see these, hopefully you'll better see this, but you see these here I got from Temu. I'll put the details up on the screen there, but they're cheaper than buying the originals. You get quite a bit more, but I'm going to put these to the test anyway to see whether they live up to the standards of Gemini, the original ones. I made this rig today. It's got was it 33 inches of snud line, which is the yellow line there. I don't know if you can see that. And let's just unhook this. And then I'm using you don't have to, but I'm using a proper pulley bead there. You see that? I'll put on a Portsmouth 18-inch snuds. Size 2.0 and 1.0 hooks. So these lug, they're okay. They're not the best that I've had, but they're okay. They do the job. Good old bait elastic. Need that stuff. And my knife. I should have had another bluey. Maybe it's fallen out. There's half a bluey in there. Yeah, it's in there still. Still frozen, absolutely rock solid. There we go. Nice bit of bluey. We'll try the bluey just by itself for the moment. These are only little hooks, so I'm going to put another one out with bigger hooks, bigger bait. shank really down there. It's a bit more harder when it's frozen like this. Then we're all good. And, we get a little bit around there as well. Okay. Should be fine. A little bit of bait there. It's the first one set up. So we've got 6 ounces on there. We're ready to go. Not a lot of left line on there. You can see. And we'll put the other one in front of that structure. That's what we're aiming for. So be careful with this one. I'll put the mags on max because this one has got brand new bearings in there. These bearings are ABEC 9 semi what do you call it, semi ceramic, part ceramic. They run really fast, so I'm putting it on max for my first cast. I have no idea just how crazy this is about to go now. Okay, fine on max. Cast it to exactly where I needed it. So, all is good so far. Right, okay. We put another pulley, but this time this pulley is 3/0 Cedra semicircle offset hooks. So I'm going to be putting that on there. Again, this is another rig that I made today. I think that'll do for now, you know. On that bigger one, I will be putting a combination of squid and bluey. I haven't got a lot of squid, but I've got enough to offer some scent. Plastic it up. Okay. And that's the next one ready to go out. So in total, what I'll have is I'll have 4 rigs in total, and there's always going to be 2 out there all the time. I think it's about time now that we may be switching over to taking that lens off, because it's going to get quite dark. and we don't want that, do we? What I can do is I can load up the Mimo app for my Pocket 3 camera, and on the Mimo app it gives me a histogram, which basically gives me a graph of showing me whether things are too bright or too dull. Things are very, very dark, so we could definitely take that off. There we go. So we're all good to go now. I don't even see. Let's get ourselves some lug on that Portsmouth rig. So that's what we're using. Got a feeling this lug may be a little bit just past the point where it's considered fresh. It's not like manky, but it might be enough to put the bass off. Hope not. What I sometimes do is I will be at a certain point and I start to see that it's flooding in, and I will just wind it in. That's if I haven't just cast it out. I'll wind it in, get something fresh on, and I'll be putting nothing but the best out there when it starts to flood. What a beautiful night we've got tonight. Really, seriously lovely. For bass, it's 42 centimetres. That's around about 16.5 inches for legal size landing and keeping. It's right now where we're starting to get to the dusk period. The light's starting to go down, and the bass would like that. The good thing is we've got the other rig ready to go. It's pretty tangled up actually, that. I know, it's just the way I was winding it in, that's all. So I'm going to take it off max. Put it a couple levels down. What we're on now, let's have a look. So we'll put it on 7. I think we should be okay on 7. I hope. Starting to flood in a little bit now. It's running nice and fast. Same kind of destination. I'm going to get the left one in as well. Right now, it's actually looking a lot more brighter than it actually is. Left-hand rod has got squid on with bluey. The right-hand rod is got just lug on the Portsmouth rig. And I did just see a drone fly past. I'll try a bit of sand on one of these. Yes. We will get a little bit of sand eel on this one. I shall put a few on there for extra scent. Yeah, so good old sand eel. So we've got a single sand eel on there. Give myself a little bit more light. Just a little bit more light. That's crazy. Oh dear. Got sand eel at the top and a couple of lug at the bottom. That's it. I think I might get a sausage. Yeah, get a sausage for that pulley panel. So I'm going to use quite a few. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lug. We will catch tonight. I'm confident about that. There we go. That's our sausage that we're going to be putting on our next. Then we're good, we're all good. They're both set up now, ready to go. Right now it's 8:53, and I just wanted to give you heads up on what the actual tidal state is. Low tide 0.5 meters at 7:52 tonight. So it's roughly around the 8 o'clock period still, even with this. 0.3 southwesterly. But tell you what, I'll just show you the app. There you go. You can get all the information you need from that. Normally once it starts to flood, particularly at this spot, I've found that if I'm going to catch, it's normally within the first hour and a half of the flood. Sometimes it could be as early as like the first 25-15 minutes when it starts to just push in a little bit. Here it comes. Here comes the flood. Feel that breeze. This is it. This is the breeze. A sign that the flood is about to push in much harder. And this is when we start to see the bites. This is when I'm going to bring in that right rod and get that sausage rig in the sea. This is why having your rigs ready to change is so crucial, because I'm going to be able to do it so quick. And this will be the sausage lug on the Portsmouth rig, I believe. No, the pulley. 2.0 hooks. Let's get that off. And let's get that pulley on. And out. There we go. All done, ready. And I do not need that far out. I'll put my mags on max. I'm going to just give it a little gentle flick. Loosen my drags off on that. And let's get ourselves back. All good stuff. Right. We are in a really good position now to catch. This is it. This is when it all happens. If that lug is fresh enough, it will certainly take it. This is when we're likely to be catching something. By the time the flood gets nearly to the shingles, that is kind of a telltale sign that it's time to pack up for me, because normally by that point it's gone past the 2.5 hour mark after the low tide. The sausage lug with the 2.0 hooks is slightly to the right, very shallow, and the cocktail of the other one, which is the bluey and squid, is much further out. Bass coming close and thornback rays are further out. Let's get that bluey in. No, just the gripper. Let's get that exchanged for another rig. And I put the one with the sand eel on it out there. It's been white baked, reported. Bluey's not been touched with that sand, with the squid. We'll try bluey and lug this time. All different combinations. The one that I casted to the right slightly is drifted to the left. That sausage. We're just waiting patiently now while that tide starts to flood in. It's 9:35 right now. I would have expected there to be a bite by now, to be quite honest with you. Nothing touched the sausage lug. So far, we've got nothing. We've got not even a bite or a little bit of interest. I'm starting to feel a little bit of doubt. It's 9:51 now. Basically, we're at the 10 o'clock mark, and 11 o'clock would be the max that I'd stay, only if I start to catch in a minute. Nothing on there with that cocktail. Right towards the structure again. Much more to the right this time. We've got our sausage baked ready again. Hopefully we're able to get something with that. You never know. Not quite sure what's going on recently, but every session I've had recently in Hastings, I've blanked. Every session that I've had over Eastbourne way, I've always caught. My lovely lady Made me a nice flask of tea. Ooh, it's actually still warm. Wow, well thank you Fiona. That is really needed right now. Really nice cup of tea. This was made about 7 o'clock. Well overdue to bring that left rod in. That feels like we could actually have something on. Could this be the blank saved? Certainly feels like there could be something on there. I think we actually got a fish on. I wonder what it's going to be. It's a fishy bait, I believe, that's out there. Looks like it's taking forever to come in. Oh, I can feel a little nudge there. Well, at least we haven't blanked, because we have caught. Looks like we've actually got a dogfish. Yeah, we've got a dogfish. Not the biggest of fish, but we've caught. Okay, so we have caught a fish. It saved the blank. We got a dogfish. Let's get this guy back into the sea. And that was on a bluey and lug combination. The sand eel at the top not been touched. Let's get this back out. This one's sand eel and squid combination. I dare say that this will also attract dogfish. But I'm going to get myself moved back a little bit first. And do you know what? We saved the blank. There. So at least we know for sure that to get a dogfish they are going for the squid and the lug combination. And now on the left rod I've got squid and sand eel combination, and on the right it's still just the lug. Nothing's touched the lug tonight. We saved the blank tonight, so I'm really pleased about that. I think those lug were just a little bit past their freshness. But I have got a sausage lug to put back out in a minute to see, just to see. I should put that sausage lug out really close in. Pulley pennel, sausage lug. So I'm going to pack up the rigs that are hanging up now, because I'm not going to be needing them again. And we'll leave the last two out for a little bit and we'll call it for the night. Let's crank that light up and see just how much light we can get out of this thing. Now it's full power now. That light's full power now. The good thing about it is I can now sort of have the camera a little bit further away. Well, that was a lovely cup of tea. Thank you, Fiona. I'm going to bring the right rod in with the sausage bait on. Yeah, I do think this lug has just gone past its freshness period. What it was is I fished the very day that I caught it, got the lug, and that really done my back in. That hurt my back, so I had to leave it a couple of days. And that's when this lug was kind of going off a bit. Is there a dogfish on here? It feels like there's something on at the moment anyway. Yeah, we do. We have another dogfish. Or is that a smooth hound? I think we actually might have a smooth hound. Yes, we have a smooth hound. Different species. Ah. So, we've got ourselves a smooth hound there. One dogfish tonight and one smooth hound. They do look beautiful fish, these smooth hounds. Didn't get a closer shot of that. We'll get this fella back in the sea. Yeah, we're getting back in the sea. So a dogfish and a smooth hound tonight. And this was on squid and sand eel with a 2.0 hook. Pulley pen on. Can't remember the last time I caught a smooth hound actually. So that was quite a welcome catch actually, that was. But as for the bass are not yet about. So that's the end of this session tonight. I've caught a smooth hound and a dogfish. So I've saved the blank. I didn't get the target fish tonight, target species, but that doesn't matter because at least I caught something tonight. The bass will come in, but they're just not in at the moment. We just need to wait for the weather to get a little bit warmer and push into May and June. I think we're going to be in for some bass. But that's really pushing in now, even still at the last point of this flood. So I'm going to pack up and leave now. And thanks for watching, and I will see you soon on the next adventure of fishing. God, that was tough getting up there.